Welcome back, everybody. Lost Latvian here with another video, and this time it's a request from the viewer. So I'm responding to that request, and the question was, could you please show me how you curve your hats? So no problem. That's why we're here, and we're actually gonna not only curve the hat, the brim, but we also gonna stretch. I'll show you how to stretch the hat as well. So without further ado, let's move on to this video. And before we start the video, before we actually go to curving the brim, thank you so much again for watching these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. There are still 80% of viewers who are not subscribed to the channel, but they're watching the videos. So please, guys, does not cost you anything. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you like the content, press that subscribe button, press the thumbs up, leave a comment. It definitely helps us to create this content and make this channel even better. So yeah, here we are, and this is basically what you need. These are things you will need to curve your brim. So today we're gonna be working on this cap, Mike Tyson hooked cap from Hat Club. As you can see, the brim is straight, but I'll make it nice and curved, in no time, and you can time it how fast it's gonna take me to do it. So the first thing what you will need is gonna be a distilled water. Do not use the tap water. Definitely go and spend $1 or so, at any grocery store to get the distilled water. So in this case, I picked it up at King Soopers. It's a spring water, whatnot. Cost me $1. Then you also gonna have to buy a steamer. There are all different kinds available on Amazon or wherever. You can go to the Walmart, and I bet you'll find one. So then you open it up. Basically, you fill in with a little bit of water. Again, distilled water, not the tap water. Tap water gonna have some kind of a calcium deposits, spitting out, and that can ruin your cap, especially if it's a white cap, or whatnot, or chlorine can get on it, and make some stains, so the water needs to be purified, and so it's very easy to get it. Then you press this button, and then lets the magic begin. In the meantime, what you want to do, you want to remove your tags. I do remove them. Some people leave them on. I don't like them. Not my style. So we're gonna remove these ones. So it actually, yeah, so it's removed. I thought that it will leave a mark, but it does not. So yep, so we got our cap ready. I'm just gonna put these stickers here, and yeah, it's all about, oh, and the third thing what you need, I have this Yeti coffee mug, and you'll see how I'm gonna use it. It's kind of a must to have. You need something round. I like this one because it's made solid. It does not give. It's a aluminum. Metal, aluminum, whatever it is. But you can also use anything else. If you have like a good plastic cup, which is also kind of pretty solid, like this cup would be. That would probably work as well. So yeah, and so my steamer is starting to work. You can see the steam coming out. I don't know if you can catch it up or not. And so here we begin. So you start from the outside right here and go along the edge you know, just work it. I usually like to go over my whole hat. It basically softens up the fabric, you know, and whatever is inside of the brim. So I just like to go it over, you know. It's almost like ironing, you know. It takes out all the creases, you know, in your cap. If you watch the views from the vault, you know, and when Pierre shows his caps, you know, I don't know how the hell he does it, but his caps look so cool, you know, and so nicely shaped, you know. I mean, he has definitely mastered that part of the cap, you know, and but yeah, but I find out that this method also works very well for me. You know, you kind of steam the whole cap, and then you just keep working the outside. You know, you get it pretty hot, and then you also work the inside of the brim. And really, it takes no effort at all, you know. This is very quickly done. You know, you keep working and working and working. So the one cap takes what, like a minute and a half maybe, if that. So that's pretty much it, you know. And then we go to the next stage. Grab your mug, kind of roll it around and press it. You know, you hold this together. You know, I don't know how well you can see it. Just like that, you know, and then what else while I'm holding it like that, you know. This makes it perfectly round, you know, and then I turn it on and I also try to steam the inside of it. Put a more steam in there, you know, make the cap all nice and warm. And all it's done to basically soften the fabric so it forms to your head or whatnot. I mean, you'll see it, man. It's gonna come out great. You just keep on holding it. And it's already done. I can tell that it's done. And look how nice and round it looks. So yeah, that's all there is to look at the cap. And now what I like to do, I like to pop it on like that. And look, it's perfect. It's a perfect curve. You know, the cap looks freaking awesome. I kind of go over with my hands, you know, and try to also take out all the creases, you know, because the cap is still warm, you know. And this is the closest I can get, you know, like what Pierre's hats look like, you know. Look, it takes completely different shape. It's freaking awesome, you know. It's so simple. So yeah, guys, this is how I do my curving my brims. You know, and sometimes you need to come back, you know, and redo it. It's not 100% guarantee that it's going to come out this nice, but it's 99.99. You know, sometimes it does go back a little bit, you know, then just you do the same process, just heat up the brim, you know, and just do it again, hold it for a longer time, and that's that. So yeah, what do you guys think? Leave the comment, you know. Leave it in the comments, you know, how you like my technique of curving the brim. Never, never, ever, you know, try to curve your brim if it's not softened, you know, steamed. If you can ruin your cap, you know. Please, please, please don't do that. All right, so then let's move on to the task number 2, and which is we're gonna stretch this cap. This came from, I believe it was Lid's head drop. This Colorado Rockies cap, you know, I bought last year. And while it's 7/1/8, you know, sometimes, you know, the caps come in and they're a little tight, you know. And this was actually almost felt like a size under, you know. It almost felt like a size under, like a cap 7, you know. So it really freaking, I could get it on, you know, but it hurt my head, you know. So I've already stretched this one, but it has come back a little bit, you know, to the previous size. You know, it's not as crazy as it used to because it would literally give me headaches. So, but yeah, so this is what we do. I will show you how we stretch the hats. You know, some people say, you know, like here's the thing, you know. You may have seen, you know, videos where they stretch the caps, you know, and then also they make them smaller, you know. In my opinion, if you bought the size over, you know, there's no way of getting it to the right size, you know. That's all bullshit. If you want to walk around with a lot of toilet paper stashed in right here, you know, like go for it, you know. To me, that's stupid, you know. There's no good way of fixing it, you know. They do have these liners which you put in here, you know, around, you know, but it's still, if it's too big, it's too big. If it's too small, then there's this device right here, you know. It works 100% guaranteed. You know, it has like the rubber band around it. You know, this I find, this is a little bit more expensive. You know, you see how it expands, you know, and then there's this rubber band that actually comes with a couple replacement rubber bands with it. And so this company is called Hair, Haibeir. Hyber, what the hell, man? I don't know how to say these things. But to me, this is the highest quality cap stretcher. You know, I like it that it stretches evenly all around. You know, it goes. It's a very good stretcher. You know, some of them don't have these rubber bands and they're made differently, where only the one part is stretching. You know, or but this I find, you know, it's the best one. You can get it on Amazon. If you type in like the cap stretcher or whatnot, it's pricey. It costs like $40, you know, but this is a great investment. Again, so let's see here, you know, we got the cap, you know, and in this case, what you have to do is you turn on your steamer again. Once again, you turn it on. But what we're gonna do, like when we curved the brim, we went over here with the steam right here and on your brim inside, and now this time we're gonna go all the way around the cap right here, in front, the sides, and the back. And again, the steaming itself makes the fabric more flexible, you know, softens up the fabric and lets the device, you know, the tool to stretch the cap, you know. And the one thing what you got to do, you really got to steam it, you know, because it's a thicker material, you know. There's a sweat band inside, you know, and so you really got to make sure that the fabric is soft, you know. So this takes a little more patience, you know, but again, it could be done, you know, in a couple minutes. So you just go on the outside, the front and the back, all the way around, you know, and then you also go from inside, you know, and you work it all the way around and make it nice and hot. And then you're gonna insert the hat stretcher in there. Then you're gonna crank it down, and then you're gonna leave it for 24 hours. I mean, if you want a quick fix, you know, then you really need to stretch, or not stretch, but steam your cap, you know, and you leave it in for like an hour or whatnot. But in that case, you know, the cap will take its original size maybe an hour later. So the best way is steam it real good and then leave it for overnight, you know, for at least 12 hours. But I like to put mine for like 24. Just leave it in there and let it do its magic, you know. And once you take it off, You'll be pleasantly surprised how well it has worked, you know. So yeah, so the cap is getting nice and hot. And so let's do this. So you basically pop it in, and so it looks something like that, you know, and then you try to crank down on this thing and just make sure that it's something like this, not all the way in, but a little bit outside here, all the way around. And then you just crank it down, you know, and expand. And if you need to use the wrench, that's fine. You know, you can definitely stretch a size, you know, like if this would be 7, I can get it to 7 1/8, no problem. And you could probably get it even more. So that's what it looks like, you know, when it's all inserted in. You know, it looks kind of funny here in the back. And then what you do once it's in, then turn your steamer on once again and keep working it, you know, for a little more to loosen that fabric. So yeah, it takes a little patience, but it's nothing crazy. It works like a charm, you know, very good investment. It's a must for the cap collector, because you never know. You never know when you will need it, you know. And with all my caps, you know, there's been quite a few times when I need to stretch it a little bit so my head does not hurt. Because that's an ugly feeling. It feels like there's a ring, you know, like what do you call it, from the barrels, you know, you see the whiskey barrels and you see those rings around it. And it's like somebody put that around your head, you know, and just cranked it down. It sucks. And I always like to put in a little steam inside. But yeah, so that is it. That is how you stretch your caps. And since this has already been stretched, you know, even with me just doing it for this little time, you know, I'll take it out and it will fit me much better than originally. But yeah, so when you do this one, then yeah, just put it somewhere aside, you know, and leave it for overnight, 12 hours, you know. Like I said, I do 24, but 12 will work for sure. If you want a quick one, leave it for an hour. It will do the job. So, but for the sake of this video, I'll just remove it, you know, and I can guarantee you that it already did the job. And look how nice and round it is. And it will fit me way better than before. Look at it. There's a difference. I can feel it, you know. You may not see it, but I can definitely feel it. That it sits way better on my head, you know, like it's a right size, you know. It's so freaking easy. So yeah, guys, so this was it for today's little video about how to curve the brim and how to stretch the hats. So hopefully you find it helpful. If you do, don't forget to press the like button, leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do it. So yeah, that's it from my little home studio, Lost Latvian here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.